G'day everyone, Uncle Jojo here. Great to see you all again. About 18 months ago we did a video on soil tests and different types of soil. We were about to do a build on that site. Well, 18 months later we finally got the go-ahead, and I've rocked up to site and can see why this is considered to be a Class H1 soil. When we did the test in the first place, if you look at the video, it shows that the soil was in great nick, it was full of moisture, and there was no cracks in it. If you step over this way, I'll show you now what the difference is as soon as the soil itself hasn't had moisture in it over that summer period. Come over here. Here we've got massive cracks that have opened up throughout all of the ground in this area. So big, in fact, I can actually stick my hand down the side of that whole thing. If we do a stump or bearer system, or if we do a slab that only goes down a certain distance and the engineering hasn't been done properly for it, that's going to happen is between the difference of summer and winter, the ground is going to contract and expand, and the whole house can move, creating cracks and movement throughout the entire house. Example of the soil moving underneath this concrete slab. This is on the same site, and you can see here this slab that's been poured, the owner tells me about 4 years ago. There was no Rio put into it due to the fact that they were going to do this build out the back, but you can see all the way down through that. Now this slab is actually 4 inches thick. You can see on the side here we got 100 mil of concrete underneath that, and the whole thing is actually shifted up and it's only sitting on the ground. This is when we talk about waffle pod slabs and things like that. It's super duper important to make sure that we cut whatever foundation that we have into the ground to maximize stability and a sound structural mass. Back to you now, Jojo. Why, thank you, Joey Jojo. So what I've also got over on this side, if you take a walk, is doing a bit of a scientific experiment, and we've made a hole here and left it for a few days. And you can see on the side here the way that it's already breaking up with very little moisture. So if that's under the surface, there's no cracks that have appeared on top of the surface here, and if you look underneath, these cracks are all underneath. If that's the case with little moisture, but that's one of the things that you need to watch out for when you do foundation works on a house. It's things like that, the unseen soil moving, that will make the big difference if we don't do the proper measures for good foundations and good engineering. So we've done our soil tests. We've got a H1 soil, we know what we've got, and these cracks here, just a small example of what happens between summer and winter on the soil in the exact same area. So before you do a build, super duper important, make sure you get your soil tested and you get the right engineering done for that area. Thanks for watching. Any questions or queries about soil tests or what we need to do for engineering, then please let me know. Until then, thanks for watching, and like always, stay awesome.